Well, hello friends. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. For today's video, as you can see, I brought in a special assistant, which I suspect is not going to do anything more than being cute in the background of this video, but I guess that cannot hurt. So that's that. I am very excited about today's video because it's packing time, as you can probably tell by the fact that, as for any other packing video that I've ever filmed, I am sitting on my floor with an open luggage close to me, and so this means I'm ready to pack on camera with you. As I'm filming this is December 18th, and I am leaving tomorrow for 11 days to spend Christmas in the northwestern part of Germany. So I'm headed to Schleswig-Holstein, which is again in the northwest, and that's where my partner comes from. So I am going to be spending Christmas with my partner and his family in his hometown, and we're traveling there, and we're going to be staying there for Christmas coziness, family time, and potentially a little bit of exploring in the towns nearby, just, you know, enjoying some quality time together. It's going to be really cold because I talk from personal experience. Usually that part of Germany is cold and windy. And so I definitely want to be prepared for that. I'm usually not a fan of traveling during Christmas because being someone who has been living for a long time in a country that is not the country where I was born and raised, I know how stressful it can be to travel over Christmas to see your own family in your hometown. If there's any flights involved and airports, it's just incredibly expensive, it's super busy, everything's late. Am I the only one who thinks this? I don't know. But I find myself very comfortable, or much more comfortable, in traveling within Germany because it's less expensive, and I don't know. The trip is shorter. There's no airports involved and all of that jazz. That being said, I still want to be finding myself being prepared for this trip, and I definitely do not want to overpack. 11 days is not too many, but it's also not few. And so I definitely want to be adopting this time as well a packing method that I have been discovering back in the summer a few months ago, and that ever since has been my preferred one and only packing method for any trip that is longer than 5 days. 4 or 5 days, which is the 3x3 packing method, which is basically a minimalist packing method that allows you to create a sort of travel capsule wardrobe based on very few items of clothing to prevent overpacking, but also allowing you to mix and match everything to create a plethora of different outfits, because everything goes with everything, which I think is fantastic. All you need to pack are 3 tops, 3 bottoms, and 3 layering pieces. And that's exactly what I have here in front of me, including the travel outfit. I try to force myself to stick to this rule and to include the travel outfit, because the travel outfit are clothes that are perfectly fine to wear throughout the whole trip. Also, if I really need it, I'm going to be able to be doing laundry there. So I really don't want to fuss too much about it. I'm going to be removing the travel outfit, but as you can see, I got my Descendants Christmas sweater because, I mean, it's Christmas. I cannot go anywhere without it. So the travel outfit is going to be out, but I have 3 long sleeve tops, 3 sweaters, including the Christmas one. The other ones are just a little thinner, but still warm. And then I have a pair of mom jeans and 2 black loose kind of like wide-legged pants, which I can layer with tights underneath if things get a little too chilly. And so I'm going to be starting to pack things in my suitcase. I don't think it's particularly necessary for me to use a packing cube this time either, because I can literally just roll things and squish them together in the suitcase on this side of the suitcase. For the first time ever in one of my packing videos, even though I had this suitcase for a couple of years now, I am using a clamshell style of suitcase, which are basically the ones that, as you can see, they just split in the middle. I am not a huge fan necessarily of these type of suitcases because I much more prefer the ones that you open directly from the top. I feel like they have a bigger capacity. They're just easier to use and to travel around. But this was a very, very thoughtful gift that I received almost 2 years ago. And also this comes from a sustainable brand, and these suitcases can be really, really pricey. And so I have decided to keep this gift and to use it and to make the most out of it, because this is something that I would otherwise have never bought for myself. So it's nice to have. I guess it's a matter of getting used to it and preference. But anyways, all of my clothes are packed in here. What I like about this method is that it allows me to pack a couple of extras because I have some wiggle room. If I pack everything that I need and I stick to these 3, 3, 3, I just have room for more if I wish to bring a couple of extras. Just for example, a couple of tank tops. Very plain, very simple. They don't take up a lot of space, but they allow me to layer if I need. So in there they go. I'm also going to be packing a short sleeve t-shirt and not a long sleeve shirt, because if it's too hot, instead I have a t-shirt to wear. A pair of tights, which as you can see, are still in their original packaging. I should probably remove this, but I guess I've been too lazy until now. So I'm going to be packing these as they are. But I like the idea of layering these underneath pants if it's a little too cold. White leg pants are not necessarily always the warmest. If I know that I'm going somewhere where it's really cold, having tights is a great solution to be putting them underneath pants so I can add some warmth. So in there they go. And I just try to Tetris everything in there. So I just roll everything and I just put it at the very best. A belt, nice to have as an accessory, but also as an essential to keep my pants up. So in there it goes. A pair of leggings, because I thought I packed my pajama, and I'll get to that in a second. But if I need something to lounge around in when I'm home, I definitely don't want to do it in my pajamas because I sleep in those, and I don't want to do it in my regular clothing. So I thought a pair of thin leggings will allow me to have that flexibility and preferred level of chillness that I want to achieve. So they don't take up a lot of space, and I think I'm going to be glad if I bring them with me. So in there they go. But these only have the purpose of being a lounge type of thing. They don't serve as a clothing item with which I am going outside. I just realized I didn't mention anything about shoes, but I have decided I'm going to be going away with just one pair of shoes, because these shoes are everything that I am going to need. These are from Martens originally. I had them for over 4 years, so I broke them in very, very nicely and used them so much. They are very, very good for winter because they are thick, they're robust, and if I wear a warm insole with them, they also keep my feet warm, and I am ready for whatever type of weather situation, and I can walk comfortably in these. So I only need one pair of good shoes for this trip. So as you can see, the first compartment is full, and I have put all of my clothes in this side of the suitcase. And now I have this side of the suitcase. It has a compression pad, and so you can have a little bit of added compression if needed. The only thing I've used a packing cube for are my pajamas and all of my undergarments. Everything is in here. And no, I did not pack for 11 days. So I did not bring 11 of everything. I just brought one pajama because I'm only going to be using it to sleep in. And I tend to be clean when I go to bed. I shower before going to bed and I clean myself. And also, as I said, I'm going to be able to be doing laundry. Technically, this is supposed to be a compression packing cube. I'm not sure if it's compressing a lot in this case, but I can put it right here. Oh, wait. At the bottom of the suitcase, I need to add the present for my partner first, which no, I haven't wrapped yet, but in there it's gonna go. As part of my extras, I'm allowing myself to be silly, jolly, and merry and Christmassy by bringing this Christmas hat, just in case I can have a little bit of a Christmas spirit with me. In this pouch, I have every single possible charger that I might need. My phone charger, electric toothbrush, charger. Try to say that 5 times fast. Laptop charger, because yes, I'm also going to be bringing my laptop and I'll get to that in a minute. And also my portable speaker, because I have an awesome Christmas playlist and I definitely want to be able to be playing this in every single room of the house. And all the chargers fit nicely into this pouch. And yes, I am a pouch person. I need to be organized. I need to know where things are. If I don't know where things are, I get anxious and I get nervous and I get moody and nobody really wants to be with me. The pouch with the chargers, in there it goes. When it comes to accessories, I really don't have a lot. I only have a couple of necklaces, 2 pairs of earrings, and then my usual set of bangles that I wear all the time. But the reason why I have different pouches is because I don't want things to tangle in the suitcase. So I've packed everything in separate pouches so they stay nice and organized. What I like to do, basically, as you can see, I like to squeeze things where they fit the most, or where they fit better. This is a reusable cotton bag that I like to use as a laundry bag. I definitely cannot travel without this one, because where do you pack your stinky stuff? Your used clothes, the stuff that need to be washed. If I am traveling back with some things that I couldn't wash during my trip, I definitely want to keep it separated. And I like to use cotton bags because I can toss these in the washing machine, give them a good wash, and reuse them a gazillion times. And I have not encountered any odor problem of any sort in my suitcase by doing this. And so the laundry bag is essential for me. Something else that I'm packing is a small bag that I can use as a day bag. I do not need to travel with a big bulky bag, and I am traveling with my backpack that I'm going to be showing you in a second, but I feel like I need to have a smaller bag that I can use as a day bag where I can throw in all of my essentials for when we're going out. We're going to be doing something outside of the house. So this is a very small but very, very roomy, actually, so compact but quite roomy bum bag. These used to be called fanny packs. Now nobody calls them fanny packs anymore. These are bum bags. Whatever you want to call this, I got one of these bags, and folds up really nicely, packs up really small, so I can put it like right here and squeeze it. And also it has a thick nylon material, so if it's gonna be rainy or the weather is gonna be a little meh, I don't need to worry about my things getting wet. My toiletries. Yes, I travel with my electric toothbrush, which seems a little counterintuitive because why do you need to travel with a big bulky electric toothbrush? You need a charger for, and the traveling case. I personally, ever since I started using this back in, I think it was April, I haven't looked back. I don't think I can ever use a normal toothbrush again, like a regular one. So I'm traveling with this, and no, it's not a burden for me to be traveling with this. And then in this little handy dandy toiletry bag that unfolds, it also has a hook if you want to hook it up somewhere, but I tend not to do that. I have different compartments where I've put all of my toiletries. Usually when I'm traveling by plane, I condense and streamline my routine even more because of the liquids restrictions. But if I'm traveling by train or by car, I allow myself to bring a little bit more because I know that I have a little bit more room and I don't have any restrictions. Nonetheless, I don't bring everything that I always use at home for obvious reasons. In this upper compartment, I'm not going to take everything out, but I have my tongue scraper, which is really random, but I use it every day, so I bring it. I have a comb, my liquid eyeliner, my mascara, contact lenses, pimple patches, because you never know. A couple of face masks because they're nice to have. I've sometimes I feel like pampering myself when I'm traveling somewhere. Also, my skin is very sensitive, especially in winter. If it's really cold, it can get really sensitive. So it's nice to have a couple of face masks on hand. Tweezers, nail clippers, and also floss, because I'm trying to train myself to floss my teeth. I hate flossing. I definitely don't do it enough. And I hope that by packing this and bringing this with me across half Germany, I mean, you brought it with you here, so you're going to be using it, hopefully. So I'm going to be able to report on that once I come back. Spoiler alert, I only used it once, but still, at least I can say I used it. In this bigger compartment, I really have tossed things very randomly in. Rheumatoid arthritis medications, razor, a disposable one. I used to use a safety razor years and years ago, but I stopped traveling with it because it was always a hassle, mainly for plane travel. Either I forgot to remove the blade, and so I got stuck at TSA and I had to explain what it was and they had to remove the blade and blah blah blah, or I would have to buy blades at my destination, which wasn't always the easiest thing to find. So I started using one of these again, and so it's just what it works for me. In this little pouch, I have some solid shampoo and a solid bar of soap. If I would go to a hotel, I definitely wouldn't be bringing these, because hotels provide shampoos and body washes, but since I'm going to a family house, I need to bring my own stuff. Mouthwash, which I've put into a smaller bottle. Contact lenses solution. Contact lenses case. A multi-purpose travel size moisturizer. Deodorant that I've decanted into a smaller container. Q-tips. I got this travel size one, and then I just keep refilling this case because I want to keep them separated from the rest for hygienic reasons, because since I'm only exclusively using them to make any touch-ups to my makeup or to correct any weird thing that I did with my eyeliner. So since it's going close to my eyes, I want to keep it protected from the rest. Niacinamide serum. This stuff is awesome. My prescription cream from rosacea. My facial serum and a moisturizer. Actually, in the last couple of months, I started to use other facial products that a brand sent me and that I've been really liking, but these two, I need to finish these up, so I definitely don't want to throw them away, and so I will be packing these for my travel and using them up. And also, what I think it's really convenient, this moisturizer already has SPF 30. Oh, I'm realizing I don't have any makeup removing stuff, so I'll probably buy it once I'm there. And toothpaste, I think I'll borrow whatever is there, or I'll buy my own once I'm there. I only have a ginormous tube. Okay, so all of my toiletries fit quite nicely into this little bag, and so I have to do a little bit of adjustment, but in there it goes. I think this is it. So let me just do the zipping up. This is a feature that I quite like, having this compression pad situation, because it allows me to keep things nicely compressed and organized. And the suitcase is all packed and ready to go. By the way, I'm going to be linking this in the description box below because I haven't mentioned it. This is from a brand called Horizn Studios. Weirdly enough, I am traveling all branded out because I happen to have a backpack from the exact same brand. This one I purchased myself. I took advantage of a really good discount because, again, this brand is expensive, so I definitely would never have bought the suitcase myself. It's a very nice suitcase and I'm cherishing it a lot and very thankful for the thoughtfulness of this gift. But I went ahead and I purchased the backpack after I got familiar with the brand. This is actually discontinued as far as I know. But if you're interested, I can link something similar below. This is basically the backpack that I've been using for almost like a couple of years now, that I basically use every time that I need to bring my laptop, carry my laptop with me. The reason why I'm bringing my laptop with me is because I have some editing to do and about a 4.5 train trip ahead of me there and then back. So I'm thinking that between this video and another video that I'm working on, I definitely have some time to do some editing. Here I basically have all of my essentials nice and organized, just the usual. Again, laptop, a book, my prescription glasses, because I don't see anything if I don't wear prescriptions, or contacts, so yay. My water bottle, my reusable bag, because I carry this everywhere. It's just who I am. My miscellaneous pouch with a lot of different things, tampons just in case, a hand cream, notebook and pen. And also I have this Longchamp mini pouch with handle that I have featured in a previous video before. I love this thing because it's small and compact, but it fits a ton. And in here, I just have all of my super essentials that I do not want to have to rummage through the backpack in order to find. So if I find this, I know exactly what's inside, and I know that my wallet is going to be in here. This is actually a little pouch that I carry as a traveling wallet, so I don't bring everything that's in my wallet, just the bare essentials, and I keep them in this little pouch, which is flat and convenient to use and fits very nicely in every single bag or pocket. Basically, I have tissues, I have my house keys, headphones, lip balm, and I'm also most likely going to be putting my phone in here, but it's nice to have it in here. So it's ready to go. I know where it is. I can find everything immediately in my backpack. Something that I want to show you that I don't always necessarily bring with me. Yes, it's another pouch. What a surprise. My foldable to-go cup. This is so compact and convenient. And so I thought I can carry this with me as it takes up very little space. I'm officially all packed up and ready to go. Hi friends, this is me on travel day, all ready to go and bundled up in my thick winter jacket, wearing my scarf, my beanie. My gloves were tucked away in my pocket. As you can see, I brought an additional cotton bag where I've put some of the presents for my partner's family. Since they were hosting me and it was Christmas, I really didn't want to come empty-handed. But since they were consumables, some of them were consumables, I didn't want to squish them in my suitcase or backpack, so I brought an extra bag for them. I really hope you have enjoyed this chatty pack with me video. If you did, you can give this video a like as usual. You can drop me a comment. You can subscribe to the channel if you still haven't, because it helps immensely the work that I do as a content creator, and it helps support the channel. So any type of support is always appreciated. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very, very soon in my next video. Bye.